Let's just jump off the metaphorical cliff with this next article from Politico. They write, "We are in a new civil war." About what exactly? Grievous conflicts have been about big things, war, slavery, depression, but this time we just don't like each other. Spoken like a true establishment Democrat personality who doesn't know anything about the right or moderates or libertarians or post-liberals. This article says to me, oh, they've recognized there's anger and there's a conflict, but they're so ignorant to what's been going on. They think we just don't like each other. That to me is absolutely incredible. Let me just start with Barack Obama killed children. Let's National Defense Authorization Act, indefinite detention provision.
NSA spying.
NSA spying, the prosecution of journalists and whistleblowers. And then let's move on to more towards the end. Hillary Clinton deleting 30,000 emails, getting away with it. And the establishment lying and protecting. How about this? Russiagate, Ukrainegate, the Covington kids, over and over and
Benghazi.
over. Lies. Benghazi, Afghanistan. Now, I can complain about the things Trump did with the commando raids in Yemen and the drone strikes, upping the drone strikes, missile strikes in Syria, too. And I can tell you, I think most people in this country are pissed off at the establishment for those reasons and many, many more. But what do they say? We just don't like each other. No. You don't know. This faction of the establishment zombie NPCs, they just hate. They hate or they're ignorant. They don't read, they don't care to learn, and they don't want to hear what you have to say. But the conflict we are seeing bubble up from, I guess, the American populists, be it moderate left and right, then you have the establishment left. There's real reasons why there's a conflict happening.
Yeah, I think that's true. But the layman, the average American, they hate each other and don't even know why. People hate their neighbors, and I agree with you to a certain degree because I do think that there's reasons why, but a lot of people cannot even articulate the reason why they don't like Trump.
Why do you think it is? Where do you think it comes from?
People are dumb. We've been dumbed down through technology, through the school system. People they're such sheep, and maybe we've always been this way.
But this is what I'm saying, right? You ask the average Trump supporter, do you watch Trump speak? They'll probably say yes. And that's why they like him. How many people have we heard they used to be Democrats and then they decided to vote for Trump after they actually listened to the man? Right. What the media had done, the establishment media, with articles like this, what are we mad about exactly? They don't tell their audience what's really happening. They show Trump in the worst possible light. I saw a Reddit post. And it was like one of the top posts, and it said, "For the life of me, I don't understand why this wasn't the end of it." And it was a picture of Trump doing the arm thing, and it said, "Trump mocks disabled reporter." They set Trump up with that, and if you actually watch the video, Trump supporters said, Trump insults everyone in the same way, saying, oh, geez. It has nothing to do with the reporter in general. When you realize that Trump insults everybody that way, you're like, oh, he's just an asshole. Yeah. It wasn't directed at one disabled guy, but the media lied about it. Yeah. Then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I get it. He's kind of a dick, but what is he saying? And then you actually listen to what he has to say and you're like, wow, the media told me he was a white supremacist. Now it turns out he just wants to bring factories back. All of a sudden people vote for him.
I just kind of want to add a little bit to your point that you were making in the beginning. I think it's fair to acknowledge that the establishment has been screwing over the average person for a very long time. Whether it's the wars, the banker bailouts, the hyper money printing, there's a lot of problems that are artificially created for the benefit of the ruling elite in the United States that screws over the average American. And then they have the gall to say, it's his fault. And they're doing this with social conditioning. They're doing this with the algorithms. They're doing this with trauma-based mind control and emotional manipulation. And they're saying all of your problems that we caused, how we laced you, we skinned you, we screwed you over, your neighbor's the problem. And some people are actually believing it and buying that bag of lies. And to me, this is why we're so close towards this conflict, which, again, we should do everything in our power to try to avoid. Sorry, you had something to say as well.
One more point real quick, sorry. I just want to reiterate a point that we brought up on a couple other shows. Lauren Boebert made fun of Biden for saying true nana shabba pressure when he had that gaffe. She said Biden has never fulfilled his promise of getting us true nana shabba pressure or whatever. And the response from the Democrat activist base was, what is she trying to say? Her brain is finally rotted. Oh no, look how dumb she is. What was she trying to type? They didn't know Joe Biden said that because they don't watch the news. And Politico and CNN, these outlets, don't inform them of what's actually going on. So they live in this bubble world, echo chamber, where they hate everyone outside of it. And the people outside of it, across, beyond the fire, have seen all the different aspects of reality and the nuance. That's the conflict.
Can we play the true and honest shot of pressure at some point?
Well, I'll pull it up. Well, you
you hit the nail on the head, because that's how I became Republican, and why I voted for Trump is because I went to one of his rallies. Now, first and foremost, I'm open-minded, and that's what people need to get to the point where they can say, let me open my mind up and hear both sides of an argument before I make a decision. But I went to a Trump rally, and I think it was 2015, 2016. And I went in there, and he was supposed to be this racist dude throwing black people out of his rallies for no reason, illegally, and all this other stuff. I went there, and the dude was cool. Yeah. He was saying all the things that I believe. I'm like, and he did it with passion. He did it authentically, all of the above. And then I found out that he wasn't throwing people out of his events illegally. He was buying or renting these spaces as a private event, and in a private event you can ask people to leave, and if they refuse to leave, they can be arrested for trespassing. That's what he did. He gave an announcement before every rally that he did, and all of that blew my mind as a police officer. And I said, you know what? These people are lying. And I'll say this too about the Republicans, is that the Republicans need to do a good job at recruiting and converting.
But
they don't. But the Republicans don't do the converting. The Democrats do. I didn't become a Republican because of Republicans. I came Republican because of these crazy Democrats. All of my friends, my dad, everybody, they go so crazy. These leftists, they go so wacky that it pushed people away, and then they end up going to the other side.
Would you start a new political party?
It's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late because, you still have people in this country that are rational, right? There's the radical, and then there's the rational people. And I think a lot of rational people still have rational ideas within the Republican Party and believe that it could actually be, rescued. If you get another party, it just, you're going to split the vote.
I'm going to play this clip just real quick.
Effective strategy to mobilize true and international effort to pressure. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true and international effort to pressure. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize.
I want the cheering after.
Can you? Do you have the
true and international effort to pressure?
It's the way the crowd cheers after he says it. It's like this cult of, like, they don't even know what he said, but they're like, yes.
That's another thing. I was like, when he says true and international effort to pressure or whatever, and Batacalf care, everyone goes, yeah. It's like what?
They're cheering just for the fact that he made a noise. It doesn't even matter what he said. They don't even know.
That's usually politics, Ian.
True and international effort to pressure.
I mean, the guy is showing early signs of mental deterioration. I mean, it's not even a joke. I mean, the fact that he's stumbling over his words, he can't talk straight. He don't know where he's at half of the time.
This proves that the president is not in charge. This proves that 100%. Someone else is calling the shots here. That's from my perspective. That's how I see it. That's my opinion. I know we disagree, and we can debate this later. But
evidence, maybe.
No. Hold on. It's a good point, Luke. I disagree with you. I think your opinion is valid. In my opinion, I think he's sitting at the table, whacked out of his mind. Kamala Harris doesn't care, and he's telling people, "We got to, he's in this, like, the Situation Room. You got Libya. Come on, man!" And then they're like, "Okay," and they all look around at each other, and they're like, "You got it." And they walk out of the room like, "What do we do? Like,
withdraw, attack? What are we
I don't know. Let's just move some ships around." And then they do. Like, I think Joe Biden is just muttering and sputtering, and they just say, when you look at Kamala Harris not going to the border, I don't think that's an issue of Biden not running the show. I think it's an issue of them being like, I don't know, man. I don't care. Biden says she's the border czar, and she's like, I ain't doing it. What's he? Because he's going to forget, so I don't care. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. If you want to watch live, you can check out this channel Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and if you want more unfiltered and uncensored content with all of these guests, go to timcast.com and become a member. All of these guests you know and love in exclusive segments on our website where we are unrestricted in what we talk about, so you'll definitely not want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you all next time.